What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Boss Talks Podcast. Y'all know on this show anything goes.
What's good?
Sorry I'm late. Seems to happen every fucking time I go live. Not gonna lie. Like I said everything, like, all right, I'm gonna go at this time. You know what I'm saying? And then it doesn't ever, I swear, never. I get ready to go and I'm a couple minutes later. There's been a couple times it came on time, but no. This is how it is. Before we start, y'all go hit the thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Share it, do what you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Hop in the comments. I'm going to do this real quick. Just because this conversation... Alright, this conversation, can't be a conversation unless I'm having it with someone else. But yeah, I'm gonna put that in the stream. So with whatever I do talk about, if someone wants to add to it, or if you think I'm lying or you think I say something that's wrong, you can come correct me. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, the shit that I'm gonna be talking about today is technically gonna be coming out of Kendick's mouth, in a sense, even though it's third party type shit, you know, but I'm just, I probably won't be on here too motherfucking long, you know what I'm saying? I kind of wanted to get my reaction to it. Plus, look, for you people that don't understand how podcasting and all that shit works, well, you probably understand it as far as when you watch shows. You want your favorite person you watch or any show that you watch, you want them to post regularly, right? So that's kind of what this is too. I'm like, I want to be able to post at least every 3 days, something like that, and so that I don't procrastinate. I'm like, I gotta do it. I gotta, within the third or fourth day after the last video, I gotta do it. If I go to 5 days, I'm gonna procrastinate until it's been a week or two. That's how the shit happens. So I'm like, I gotta just go with it. Find something to fucking talk about. That's why I also said here soon I'm about to start doing reaction videos, which this is gonna be kind of like a reaction video, but no. And by the way, I was probably thinking, what the fuck? I thought Boss had So, yeah, I just didn't pay for my motherfucking StreamYard. So, it's all good. I can still get done everything I was gonna get done anyway. Yeah. But when I do reaction, it's gonna be videos that I react to, right? So, yeah. You gotta have a membership or whatever. So that little duck in the top right hand corner, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could pay for it, but because I can't find my motherfucking card. It's saying update you. Because see, when you apparently I waited too long. You know what I'm saying? Because last video, I chose to go live on YouTube, right? And yeah, it's basically saying like update your card info, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because yeah, but I don't want to. I try looking for my wife's because we share a bank account, but I ain't trying to wake her up just for that shit. It's not that serious. Like, it is what it is. But let me So I want to read this off. So Kendick, he's been posting different shit. Well, having people post shit on his Facebook, right? So that's what I'm gonna basically be reacting to. Um, yeah, I feel you, truth. Like, I mean, yeah, but the thing is, see, when it all right, so y'all know how, like, if I want to put just add a picture to the screen, right? Which on StreamYard it's called. Oh, there's little sections to the right: comments, banners, brand, private chat. Brand, it has brand color, theme, logo, overlay. Overlay would be you can add, I think it's 100, and then you can make a new brand, add another 100. Different brands is what they call it, brand. And meaning like that, like for example, the color, where the teal looking baby blue color, Boss Talk, that the blue, yeah, that color and brand, you change that, the theme, which the Boss Talk. See, watch y'all. Look at my name, Boss Talk, on the left hand corner. You see how I'm changing it? That's under the brand section, right? The logo, which is the top right hand corner. When you buy it, see when you pay for it, you can have your own logo. Whatever it could be whatever, or you can not have. You can just take the duck off and it be blank, right? So, when you pay for it, you can't, like, there's the overlay pictures. If I, instead of having to do like screen share and shit like that, I can just add a picture to my overlay, and then boom, I can bring it up onto the picture for y'all to see. It's just so much easier. You know what I'm saying? Um, there's just a few perks that make everything more easier and better when you pay for it. But the free version, like, if you're just starting, go the fucking free route. When I first started, I was pre-recording my shit. I didn't do all this extra shit right here, where I had Boss Talk, my fucking name up on the screen and shit. I didn't have that shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have Cashapp then. Was Cashapp even a thing then? I forgot when Cashapp came out. But yeah. All right. So let's get into what I was wanting to talk about. So I'm gonna read it out loud. And for those that may think what I'm saying, I'm making it up, you can go to his Lamar Wilson Facebook, and check it out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just basically, you know, going over I'm reacting to what he's talking about. All right, so let me go ahead and read. This is his words. I've been telling everyone how bad they treat inmates in this jail. I've been going through this since August of last year, and yet nothing has been done until now. I'm being treated like this because of the work I've done to help get justice for Breonna Taylor. I'm still getting treated badly. I was having chest pain so bad, and they didn't want to send me to the hospital, but someone found out and got me help. I'm needing justice for myself. I'm receiving cruel and unusual punishment in this jail in Bullitt County. Let's get justice for Kendick Wilson. ... I'm worth it. First of all, you're not worth it. A person, let's be real. A person, well, we don't know for a fact what's going on in jail. Maybe one day we will. Don't know. At the moment, don't give a fuck. this shit happened last time. Let's be real, y'all. If it was that serious, the last 6 months, the last time he was in jail when he went August 20th, and he said they did all this shit to him, right? When he got butt fucked and all that, and had to use his ass blood to write Breonna Taylor on the wall from what he said. All right. Oh, I wrote Breonna Taylor's name with my blood. When he got out, he talked about it. But why not do nothing about it? Like, you're talking about let's get justice for Kendick Wilson. This is just another one of his tactics that he uses. One, to get y'all's money. You know what I'm saying? He wants y'all to feel sorry. He wants y'all to feel like help me. You know what I'm saying? So the ones that are supporting the motherfuckers, like, or following them, whatever you want to say, yeah. They're like, here's some money. Hopefully, it can help you. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? He thinks that he's being, and say if he is being treated wrong, right? Excuse me. That was a burp. He's saying he's being treated bad because he was trying to get justice for Breonna Taylor. No. You want to know? Well, you know how I know that's not it? Because you just only talked about you just stated your opinions and shit about Breonna Taylor. You didn't. It's not like, oh, you showed some shit that they were like, oh my god, he's gonna get her justice. No, it's not like you got real deal information. Like you used to say that you had information that would make them want to kill you. That's how we met, started talking, because you needed protection, right? Yeah. And I reached out to you and was like, yeah, because, yeah, we all know, for those that have been following since then, yeah, Delta gave my number to Kendick. I want to say it was like, yeah, I think it was like that. Kendick called me. We talked. And then, yeah, there was times I called him. I don't remember how many times we talked before we did the live, or the first live we ever did, right? Yeah, the little nigga was one motherfucker. I say little nigga because yeah, he's older than me, but anyways, he said he needed help, but he really didn't. He said he was scared and needed security, and he really did need it. And I really feel like that's why he kept saying, oh no, like he just kept making excuses for the people that was like, hey, all right, I'll get you protection since you say you got, information to get her justice, and they're trying to kill you. Bet we can help. No, he's pushing this way, probably because he knew I'm lying. He knew that he was lying, so there was no reason to get security that is going to eventually find out the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I kind of took it. Three hours ago, he posted it. And what I'm about to read it's pretty long. So for by the way, for those that are wondering who the guy is in my thumbnail, who the guy is right beside Kendick, that is his attorney, Aubrey Williams. Okay? Well, used to be attorney. And did y'all catch in the thumbnail where I put above that King Bridge Burner, y'all are gonna learn that the names that I give to people, I don't foreseen the shit. Like I don't really thought about it and like, yes, this is a perfect name. Like Kendick, like I just took the R out of Kendrick. Kendick. You know what I'm saying? Because see, where I'm from, cops, we got different names for them. One time is really the name that I call it. On here, I may just be a little more specific because if I say one time, y'all probably be thinking I'm saying once upon a time, one time back in the day or whatever. No, one time. I call cops one time because you only got one time to fuck up, right? One time. So yeah, if y'all ever hear me say one time, don't be thinking I'm saying this one time. No. But oh, damn. The motherfucker, like back to what I was kind of saying. I kind of had a brain fart right there. Forgot where I was going with that, but the King Bridge Burner part sticks. It's gonna stick. That he's the real king of bridge burning. He would never. I came to the conclusion he would never, ever be able to have an attorney for the rest of his life. You know, there's some people that have that have an attorney that's just so great. Their bond is good. They've had it for 10 years or more, right? That would be great to have, right? Yeah. He will have 50 attorneys a year. Y'all need, for y'all ones that fuck with him, follow him, whatever. Come on now. Like, look, there's a whole bunch of people in Kentucky, Louisville area, Bullitt County area, that their case gets beat, right? From attorneys, right? Or what however you want to look at it, that these attorneys are actually winning cases and they're respected, right? Because think about all the attorneys that he fucking talks about. Every time he gets an attorney, what's he say? That he has the best attorney in the world, right? Every time. Or I got the best attorney in the state, or the best attorney in the city, whatever. Like, he's probably had, like, since this whole situation, 5 or more attorneys. I don't know the exact number. Like, I could find out, but it's not serious enough for me to count them all like that. I just know he has went through them, right? It's because he thinks he's smarter than everyone. Like, we all know you do gotta learn shit. You gotta read stuff. When you're not an attorney, there's certain information you can't get access to unless you go to school for it. You can't just go to the fucking library and just or go to the internet and teach yourself how to be an attorney. Some stuff, yeah, probably. No. Plus you gotta have the hour. You gotta have hours, just like a doctor. They gotta be trained. You know what I'm saying? He thinks he knows, but he makes himself look like a fool whenever he goes in there and defends himself. But these attorneys, y'all gotta stop thinking that they're corrupt. Like the guys, I'm just gonna use him for an example. I don't know Stan Chavan, but what I know is Kendick called him, right? It wasn't like Stan called him and was like, you know what? I feel like fucking him over. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like these attorneys are just calling him and being like, yeah, I'm about to just try to see if I can be his attorney so we can put him in jail. It ain't like that. It's him. He's burning the bridges. How can he say that all these attorneys are the best in the state and then randomly say that they're this, they're that? Before I read what I'm about to read, I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna kind of give you or tell you something that so you can kind of understand, because this part is actually literally at the end of the that I'm talking about. Is he speaks on it at the end of the fucking paragraph, but he owes the attorney. Well, it's not his attorney. He's not as an attorney anymore. I'm pretty sure. You'll be able to judge that throughout when I read this if you haven't read it. But $35,000 is what he was supposed to pay that attorney. He gave him $1,000, right, to start off, retainer fee. $35,000. He tried to say that 20 was it 20 or just let's just say 20 racks, 20,000 was stolen out his house, right? You really think he had 20,000 stolen out of his house? What does he do to get $20,000? He don't have a job. He spends all day on live business hours at that. Then you can ask yourself, like, he'll wake up early, 9 o'clock, go live, get off, go. I mean, back at like 1 or 2, and then the nigga might be live third shift hours. Like me right now, I'm on third shift hour right now, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Late at night. So when that happens on a regular throughout the week, you realize, yeah, he don't have a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not, I mean, unless you have your own business and you don't, I mean, literally, you don't have to do shit. It's just you worked hard enough, or you have the enough to where you can start a business to have people just work for you, and you don't do shit but collect money and uh do a little shit here and there. He don't have that. So it's not like he could just sit on his ass and every minute he's collecting dollars. No. So let's be real. And if he really did have 20,000, nigga, that's odd. That's odd. Everyone can just, the cops in general, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure have been watching it, or judges or attorneys have been watching his shit. So if they see two, I mean, come on, bro. He don't got no 20,000. So he told that attorney, "Oh yeah, I got 20,000 at home that I can add to the you know, to the, because look, if he had 20,000, some people would be like, well, then why wouldn't he pay his bond to get out, right? My opinion is that if he did have that money, he would plan to pay the attorney. That's just my opinion. Who knows, right? Because yeah, he's facing felonies. So I mean, it's like, get out, because if he pays the 20,000 to get out, Louisville is probably gonna come get him right after. So it'd be like yeah, it'd be kind of like a waste of money, you know. So basically, he told the attorney, "I'm not gonna be able to have your money. It was stolen." That attorney didn't get mad. He was upset. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't be? You know what I'm saying? But he's saying it got stolen, so maybe they came to some type of agreement or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, I just look at it like this. I guess I'm doing saying what I would do. I guess, because it just, if you pay 20,000, if someone's smart enough and thinks about it, if he pays the 20,000, it would be a waste of money, because then he's gonna be extradited to Louisville, and then he's gonna have to sit in there for whatever bond that amount is. And then if he gets the money to bond out, then now after everybody done came up with the 20,000, they done fucking used up everything, that every little resource they could. Now how is he gonna get the 35,000 for the attorney? So it's either be free or like free for a little bit, because he could go back to court and go to jail, But yeah, either be free or pay the attorney fees, so that you can fight this case and try to win it, so you can be home, because that would be temporary. If he pays his bond, that's temporary as a motherfucker. You feel me? So yeah, I guess that would just be my choice. If I'm like, okay, what should I do? Pay to get out, or should I pay the attorney? I would pay the attorney, just because. Yeah, sorry y'all. I'm gonna read this. All right. So everything I say from here on out is from his Facebook. So I guess his words from a third party. First and foremost, let me give honor to God, my Lord and Savior. His grace and mercy continues to keep me in spite of myself. Even though the circumstances are what they are, I must remember to humble myself and be thankful for what he does for me already. But basically, just wanted to share a little more about my hearing on November 1st of this year, for case but basically the tampering with the witness, which was Julia, texting on a jail phone. I wondered, how can you text on a jail phone? See, I ain't been to jail. Well, I've been to jail, but I haven't been the last time I went to jail was for the protest in 2020. But I got booked in, and I knew I was gonna get bonded out, so I just went to sleep in the holding cell and woke up to all right, it's time to go. So it's not like when didn't even get into a suit. I was in my regular clothes. They keep it cold as a bitch in there. I had my motherfucking arms in my shirt, and I was just, it was so uncomfortable. Y'all know, for the ones that's been in a holding cell, it's uncomfortable. No blankets, no pillows. All right, so let me speak on that. So Kendick, the tampering with the witness, right? We see, if he says, I've never heard of texts in jails. I really haven't. Which I know, when my dad went to prison, and I think it was in the past 5 years or something. He just went for 2 years. He's been in prison a few times, but he got to rent a little tablet, but you could just play games and do shit like that, but no texting or nothing like that. It wasn't a phone, it was a tablet. But I honestly thought they called each other, but I don't know. So if it's on a jail phone, in my opinion, they should be able to have everything that was said. Text, because the calls are monitored, recorded, all that shit. So I would assume for him to say a jail phone, I know times are changing, we don't even, I haven't seen a payphone in years, you know what I'm saying? But in jail, it's like a payphone. The jails I've been to, on the wall, it's literally a fucking payphone. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I know shit. That's, like I said, that was That was 2 years ago. But yeah, all jails are different. So I don't know. But still, I would assume they'd still be able to have access to what the fuck was said. And y'all gotta understand, Julia went from being so scared. Then they talked, and I do know some of what he said. And like I told y'all earlier, for the people that support him, he's gonna try to make you do this. He wants this from you. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna manipulate you. He's gonna tell you all this shit, saying that they're beating the fuck out of him in jail to make you feel sorry for his dumb ass and make you, stick with them, ride for him out here in the YouTube streets and all this shit, right? So he tried to do that with Julia because did she write an affidavit or whatever and saying that she wanted to drop the charges or whatever. From what it said, for what was posted, right? It was allegedly, right? I'll just say that because yeah, it was I just seen a little post or whatever, so it could have been tampered with. So I'll just say allegedly that yeah, she said she wanted him to get help, and that she didn't know that if she knew they were going to be beating him up and treating him bad, like he said that they had him butt ass naked in a cell, and I know from being in jail, if they strip you butt naked, most of the time what that means, they don't just walk up in your cell because they don't like you and just strip you butt naked. No, it's probably because you went crazy up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Kept kicking the door, like being a fucking menace. You know what I'm saying? Yelling at the guards, like doing extra shit. You know what I'm saying? I have seen that happen, but not saying it can happen that they don't just walk up in there and be like, hey, fuck this dude. I don't like him, so he talked shit to me yesterday, so I'm about to embarrass him and strip him naked. Make him freeze up in this bitch. I don't know. But I still think if that did happen, it was because of something he did, straight up. But he did make it seem like that's what it was, that they just stripped him butt naked for no fucking reason. They beat him up for no reason, right? Um, but and I'm not taking up for CEOs or cops or nothing like that because I know that's why, like earlier when I was saying Kendick, that's what I was getting to where I forgot. When I was saying I have different names for cops, like one time, Dick. Where I'm from, that's what cops are, dickheads. They're dicks, right? And I, from the jump, have said that Kendick was cool cops, that he's a snitch. So he's a dick. He's a cop. He's Kendick from now on. So that's where that came from. It was a perfect name. It sticks because yes, he is a snitch. He might as well have a badge. All that, you know. But yeah, like I said, Julia went from being very afraid, upset, hurt to allegedly making these uh or making the statement that if she knew that they were going to treat him the way that they did, she never would have called the cops. She was like, I just wanted him to get help, but now that I see y'all are doing this to him, apparently want to drop the charges because of, he don't deserve this or whatever. I just wanted him to get help, right? From apparently what it said. I'm looking at it like, okay, because the charge is tampering with the witness, right? He wasn't supposed to talk to her. I think she had the IPO out on him or whatever, and that's why that also is an issue. You know what I'm saying? So he literally, that's why I said, do they have the recording or the text or whatever it is when they talked? Do they have that for proof instead of just, oh, well, we don't know what was said? Because that would clear up a bunch of shit. Even though he was not supposed to talk to her, Um, he literally could have told her, if you don't drop the charges, I'm gonna hurt you or have someone hurt you. This could have been done, because you gotta understand, when I did the live with her and Tiffany, this was after they talked on the phone. This was after. Because when she told me that they talked, I said, y'all talked? Or no, wait. First she said that they didn't talk or haven't talked. And I was like, wait, y'all haven't been communicating? And she's like, no, I just been talking to the attorney. And I was like, damn, like, I assumed that they would be talking, right? She didn't tell me at that time that she had an IPO or whatever, or EPO, whatever it's called, right? And that they couldn't talk, right? But yeah, it came out that, yeah, they did talk. And yeah, and in person, that's what, because I asked her, I said, okay, if you don't want to talk about all this, it's fine, but at least let the people know. I didn't have shit to do with you being raped or whatever. And she said, I was not raped or sexually assaulted, nothing, right? I said, thank you. That's all I ask, is that, because I take that shit serious. When the day that I seen he posted that she was raped off the back of my show, I said, what the fuck? Hell no. So I came on here to defend my motherfucking name. You know what I'm saying? Did what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all that. Like, a matter of fact, I even called up to the police department and said, I need to know if I need to get an attorney, because, I'm hearing all these little accusations that I had something to do with something. I said, I don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, so do or not, no calls or nothing like that have been made. I said, okay. So I didn't call back again. I just left it at that, just to see what he would do. But yeah, he very much he could have easily told her on the phone, if you do not do this, this and this is gonna happen. Because what was said in court, I'm gonna say it like this, because you know him, he's a little pussy boy. Like, if I say something about him, oh, let's sue him because he said a lie about me. You're pussy boy, right? Pussy boy. It was said in court multiple times that he I think it was either pointed a gun at Julia, which was hers, or pointed it or held it to her head. Whichever one, we all know, if someone points a gun at you, you can kill them right there. Because your life is in danger when a gun is pointed at you. Even if that motherfucker is empty, you don't know. You think. I remember as a youngin', I've had fake guns pointed at me, and I'm thinking it's real. And since all that started with me, when guns started being pointed at me and shit, I have a thing where I gotta look at the gun. Might sound weird, but I mean, if it's already pointed at you, I mean, you can look away. I mean, or you can choose to look at that motherfucker, because really you need to. In my opinion, if that ever happens, don't freak out. Look at that motherfucker, because you might you might get to realize, oh, that's just a fucking fake, a metal BB gun. You can tell. Look at the hole. You'll be able to tell. Look at the sides, all that. Look at their finger. Because the proper way to hold a gun is putting your finger on the side for safety, right? All that right there. If it's close up to you and their finger ain't on the trigger, you can grab that if you're fast. If their finger's on the trigger, you need to be like, hey, maybe even say, hey, bro, you need to take your finger off the trigger, because you can point it at me or whatever, scoot back. If that makes you feel comfortable, but your fingers on the trigger, bro, and you can accidentally pull that bitch when you ain't even may not be wanting to. I've said that before. But I was like, I ain't about to do shit. But can you at least take your motherfucking finger off the trigger, nigga? Like, if you're gonna kill me, then do it. But if you're just aiming at me to basically like, hey, you need to do. I want you to like chill here for a second. Blah blah blah. I've been held at basically like hostage situation because like I ain't gonna tell the whole story because some shit did happen. They go down some serious shit. But basically, someone that I know that I was really cool with owed this person, and the motherfuckers trying to hold me like, nah, nigga, like this is how I'm gonna get my money back. Like, you hit him up and be like, yeah, like that's what. So yeah, like of course the dude, he already knew what's up. Like, so he didn't bring what he owed. He brought some other homies with some motherfucking sticks, and you know what I'm saying, came and basically rescued my ass. And yeah, it was a you know what I'm saying, it was a serious situation that day. So whatever happened, no, I'm not gonna say what happened. I leave that up to your imagination. But shit went down, and but like I mean, she didn't know that. I mean, well, she did know that was her gun. She knew what her gun looked like, so she knew it's a real gun. Uh, and she probably knew if there was bullets in it too. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he was like, oh hell no, I went straight to it. Like, say if they keep bullets in it all the time. Whether if it's already cocked, like some people keep one in the head, put the safety on, right? That's another thing. Like if you see guns, the safety's in different spots. While you're looking at the gun, try to look for the safety. If you can see the safety, if you can tell that it's on safety and their fingers off, that's like timing. All that timing right there. They got to take the fucking wherever it's at, push the button, whatever it is, to take the safety off, then put their finger on the trigger, and then actually, you know what I'm saying? All that right there does take it's about a second or less than a second to do. But I mean, if they're close, you can, if you want to fight back, that's for those people that are wanting to fight back. Self-defense shit. I teach this shit. I learn all this type shit. So I'm just saying it, just, if you're willing to make a move when a gun is pointed at you. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Because once you grab the gun, okay, now what can you do? Because if you're not like skilled or anything like that, once you grab the gun, if you don't know what to do from there, just don't do it. Just hope that just hope that try to talk them out. Everybody has their specialties. Somebody can talk somebody into putting the gun down, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But me, if they're close enough, like, I might choose say fuck it, or it just depends. Every situation is different. But anyways, let me read some more. Like I said, it's a long ass paragraph. While I am continuously grateful for the wisdom and knowledge that God have given me, combined with heart integrity, audacity to stand up to the court's corruption and miss non-malfeasance by charging me with violating the judge's order, DVO EPO, that was allegedly served to me on August 18th of last year, per the words of Judge Burris. But the alleged Officer Terry Somerville, that allegedly served me the order, says he served me this order that I'm being accused of violating and detained in Bullitt County August 20th of last year. He claims he served it on the day of the standoff after I was arrested and took to Bullitt County Jail at 4:30 August 20th last year. I have never been served this order till this day. The body cam officer, Josh Waters, and the jailhouse camera footage will show that I was never served nor read my rights, meaning the charges, and then he put the case numbers. Circuit Court Judge Burris, Bullitt County. Prosecutor office handled this very matter. Yes, talking about my legal representation. The legal representation is paid representation, like thousands paid. To begin with, as I was escorted into the courtroom, present were the two prosecutors seated adjacent to me. For those that don't know what adjacent means, diagonal. Or it could be, you could say across, but at the desk immediately to my right was Cami Grenade, my former, not at all helpful PD, which is public defender. She was very rude and nasty toward me, appearing to be mad. When I simply inquired if she was there to represent me, she replied in a nasty tone, no. Shortly after that, I noticed Aubrey Williams, a guy I spoke about, possibly being my attorney, and has given him a large down payment. So, I was speaking about this a little earlier. So, $1,000, yes, $1,000. It's $1,000. Even to a rich person, 1,000 is 1,000, right? So if there's an attorney and you owe this attorney $35,000, right? $1,000 is not. It is not. How did he say it? A large down payment. That's not. A large down payment on $35,000 would be $10,000 or more. I mean, I guess you could say maybe 5, but I'll say 10 would be a large down payment for the $35,000, but not 1,000. Okay, and I'm sure all y'all would feel that way because that's $34,000 more that he owes. Give him 1,000. Got to do it 34 more times. Anyways, a very seasoned, well-respected man of the state. And he's speaking on the guy that is in my thumbnail picture, Aubrey Williams. All right. Practicing law for over 50 years, which indicates he knows his stuff, which he knows his stuff, ... So I thought, well, before he could get to me. This motherfucker, like I said, every attorney he gets, he just said, a very seasoned, well-respected man of the state. So what does he say? That, he's the best attorney in the state. Like he says about all of the attorneys that represent him. Even Cami Grenade. He rolled her pussy like a motherfucker. And yeah, I say it like that because, if you're a guy, you'd be like, get off me. Niggas riding his nuts, riding his dick, whatever it's just saying. But since she's a girl, I say he's riding her pussy. You know what I'm saying? What's good to the motherfucking chat, by the way? I know I haven't really been reading a whole lot of you or what y'all been saying. For the people that said what's up to me, what's good to y'all? And everybody else that's watching, that's not in the comments, what's good? And for the future ones that's going to watch. Because I do know way more people watch my show after my live than live. So, what's good to y'all? The two prosecutors rushed to him, shaking his hand, meaning Aubrey Williams, basically kissing up to him, then whisked him off to the back room. Then he put in parentheses corruption, or whoever is typing this, behind closed doors, in parentheses, where the judge also eventually came from, by the way, for over 15 minutes. Finally, the four come out together, two prosecutors, the bailiff, and my paid attorney. He proceeds to address me, and we converse regarding my case. Well, less than 10 minutes later, all rise. The judge ironically appears from behind that very same door. Okay, let me stop right there. Where he says the judge appeared from that very same door, right? Think of the prosecutor, the judge, the other attorneys, the bailiff, yeah, is the judge's security, right? So when he says that they all went out there and talked for 15 minutes and then all came in through the same door, bruh, how do you think this shit works? How do you think deals are made? Meaning, please, how do you think all that shit works? The attorney has to talk to the prosecutor, the judge. The prosecutor is going to come up with a fucking plea deal, right? And then it's up to you or in the attorney. Well, up to you to decide whether or not you want to take that plea. You tell your attorney will tell the prosecutor will tell the judge. So, yeah, motherfucker, they talk. You acting brand new, bruh. Acting like you ain't ever heard of the fucking court system. Like, you always trying to think shit is fucking corruption. I know there is corruption, bruh. But come on now. Like, corruption, most of the time, this shit is going to be secret. And they're not going to do it right in front of your face and in front of a whole other people that's in the courtroom. Everyone's gonna see that shit and be like, "Oh hell no!" Like we got to get this judge and blah 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 up out of here. They're not gonna do no corrupt shit right in front of you. That's gonna be secret. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're fucking stupid, bro. You're fucking stupid. Hey, and let me rephrase that. Yeah, they can do some fucking corrupt shit in front of you if you're really not aware of what the fuck is going on. But if it's blatant corruption, bruh, like, duh, everyone's gonna start bitching about it, protesting, whatever. Get that motherfucker, vote that motherfucker out, blah, blah, blah. But what you are talking about, that is not, you're just paranoid, you know what I'm saying? And just, if everything would have went your way, meaning if you would have had the money to pay him because you don't have the money to pay him, even you said someone robbed you, right? Say if no one robbed you, let's just say that, you wouldn't have had the money either. You wouldn't have had the money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, stop, bro. You fucking said that. Come on, bro. Where you get 20,000, bro? Seriously, stop. And for the people that might be watching it, fuck with Kendick, y'all ask him, how'd you get that 20,000? I mean, he didn't have it, but I mean, ask him. Be like, bro, like, he can even ask him, like, say, bro, I'm a little worried. Like, you're talking about 20,000. Don't you think that somebody might ask, how did you get this fucking 20,000? Especially when all you do is talk shit online all day. How can you make 20,000? Stop, bro. Stop lying like the motherfucker. Anyways, he said, "What? Like I said, all rise." The judge ironically appears from behind that very same door, which limited my pay time with my lawyer. To me, and this is just my opinion, along with my support advocate that was also present in the courtroom, we watched very confusedly as the two prosecutors immediately upon his entering the courtroom, whisked Aubrey Williams away to talk with first. This is the first red flag. Secondly, although he is a very knowledgeable attorney, he is a senior. Therefore, as elderly gentlemen, we somewhat see a need to repeat ourselves, etc., At times, fast talk, purposely low-spoken, was slipped by him. The reason I indicate fast talk. So I guess what he's trying to say is that the prosecutor, since he's an elderly man, you got to repeat yourself. Well, if you got to repeat yourself, then that's him asking again, like, can you say it again so I can understand, right? So he's basically, I guess, trying to say that the prosecutors, hey, can I talk to you real quick, Mr. Williams? And talked real fast. That way he didn't understand it or whatever. He's calling it fast talk, right? Like, come on now. He might be elderly, but I'm sure he's not that dumb to where they can just start talking like anybody that like whenever it comes to court something serious or whatever. If a motherfucker is talking, if you don't get it, say hold on, slow down, explain that again. Don't just be like, okay. I doubt no good attorney would do that. And you already said he was a good attorney. Regardless if you try to say he's corrupt now, you said he was good, right? So let's say that he's knows what he's doing. So fast talking, slow talking, it don't fucking matter if he needs it repeated or not. He asked for, like I said, asked for it to be repeated so he can understand. So stop with the fast talk. That shit's, bruh, you're a paranoid motherfucker. You are paranoid schizophrenic, but for you to know that you're paranoid schizophrenic, you need to accept that there's times where you're just paranoid, that it's not real what you're feeling. It's just all up here. It's a theory that you got wrong. I'll read this part again. It would seem that they should be well aware, due to all the time they spent with him behind closed doors, it would seem they should be well aware of his possible senior moments. Can't hear good. That is exactly what appeared to me, parentheses, us, what happened. Because after my possible attorney that has not hired yet, Judge Burris and the Commonwealth Attorney opened court by asking Aubrey Williams, do I wish to accept a deal to dismiss all my circuit court charges, stipulating probable cause? My answer to they should have reread this shit before they posted it because there's a lot of typos. So yeah, this isn't me messing up. I'm reading everything that they fucking say. My answer told my attorney was no, I do not accept the deal. My attorney seemed to get upset that I didn't accept the deal after the conversation with Aubrey Williams and the judge for not taking the deal. The Commonwealth then responded with offering a deal with dismissing all charges. The Judge Burris, I'm assuming then Judge Burris ignored the Commonwealth's offer to dismiss all charges without me having to stipulate the probable cause. Judge Burris asked Aubrey Williams, does he wish to represent me today in my motion to dismiss that was entered pro se by myself? Aubrey Williams then responds with, he doesn't have enough knowledge about the case, not enough time to talk about the case to represent me today for the motion to dismiss. Aubrey and the judge was going back and forth with pointless conversations. I then cut Aubrey Williams off and told Judge Burris, I wish to argue my motion and represent myself today because Aubrey Williams was clueless, nor did I hire or invite him to court that day, presenting my defense, case law, etc. So here's a recap into this situation. If you gave him $1,000, that means you wanted him to be there. Like, he kept, I mean, he just don't understand sometimes, like, that other people aren't dumb. I think he thinks everybody's slow and dumb to his bullshit. You clearly wanted him to be there. Let's be real. You just said, let's see. Aubrey Williams was clueless, nor did I hire or invite him to court that day. Okay. If you didn't hire him or invite him, why didn't you say, why are you here? I'm doing this by myself. I'm good. And also, why did you pay him $1,000? When you pay him, that's hiring him, right? You didn't fire him. You just letting him do his motherfucking thing. You feel me? You let him talk, remember? Is that what you said? You let him talk. You said that him and Judge Burris was speaking a lot. You said Aubrey and the judge was going back and forth with pointless conversations. So then you interrupted them, right? So why didn't you just interrupt him from the get-go? Like if you didn't hire him, or if you did not want him, or if you didn't invite him, you can literally fire an attorney right on the spot. Leave, sir. I do not need you anymore. You didn't do none of that shit. Well, you might have later. I don't know. So don't act like you didn't invite him and that you didn't hire him, because you're a fucking lie. Like Medea would say, you should be a lawyer because you know how to fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Back to the part where he says, so here's a recap to this situation. The conversation began, the judge, the prosecutors, and him. Most importantly, the topic dismissed, parentheses, without probable cause, was presented. Then the prosecutor's low-spoken slips in his decision. But the judge just continues with other matters. As if it was just said, the fuck? As if what was just said was not said, sorry. So after a point, I was offered to step in to present my motion, which I did so elegantly. Afterward was given a gesture of impressed by my lawyer. Listen, y'all. Afterward was given a gesture of impressed by my lawyer. Now he wants to call him. Y'all don't understand. If y'all could see, which y'all can go and see this on his shit. He says that he didn't invite him and he didn't hire him, but in 2 sentences, 2 lines down from him saying that he did not fucking invite him or hire him, he's saying his lawyer. He was given a gesture, I guess. Because that's a gesture right there, right? Of impressed. Right? So that's what I'm saying. When I say the motherfucker thinks people are dumb, everybody, I guess, and ain't gonna be able to peep bullshit like that out. Like, bruh, you said that you didn't invite him or hire him, but you're calling him your lawyer. You said my lawyer. That you was given a gesture of impressed by my lawyer. So what is it, bruh? Come on. Come on, bruh. I swear, you people that fucking still fuck with him or whatever, y'all are a bag of rocks. Y'all are a bag of fucking rocks. You ever heard of dumb as a bag of rocks? Yeah. Because why the fuck you keep fucking with him? Like after a while of his bullshit, I understand when they say, "Oh, I'm right or wrong." Correct them. Let him know, hey, bro, like you ain't making no sense right now. That's what a real friend or whatever would do. Y'all letting him look retarded on this bitch. Looking retarded. Whoever typed this up, you're retarded for not saying, hey, bro, like, hold on, like, I understand you want me to say this, but you literally just said you didn't hire him or invite him, but now you're calling him your lawyer. That doesn't look right. Don't even sound right. Anyways. But the gist of the proceeding did go well for me, in spite of the intended obstacles. But lastly, another red flag was noted. After the decision/ruling was made, I was ushered toward the exit door by the bailiff, and my lawyer was picking up his papers from the desk behind me, or desk coming behind me. Conveyed to me, the prosecutors immediately intervened once again. As I was sent out, they held him back, talking to him for another 10 to 15 minutes. The prosecutor pulled a card/paper to write something down to give to him. Now, as my possible, this is crazy. Now, as my possible paid representation, I, parentheses we, feel this was very alarming to my defense. In closing, there are just a few of the questionable prosecutor's office antics. But guess what? God is still on the throne. Yeah, he is. While my justice being served will be my portion, the demand is made. When you have someone type up some of that dumb shit that you fucking spit out your fucking dick sucking mouth, maybe you ever heard of proofreading or rough draft? Ever heard of that? Rough draft and proofread that bitch. And then the final paper. You shouldn't just tell somebody, hey, say this. And when they say it, be like, push in. You should have said, type this up. Now read it back to me. I want to hear what you got typed. Because you maybe would hear some of your fuck ups. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit that, like, for example, because I know while I've been reading, I've stopped talk like I am now. I didn't just straight up just go and read the whole thing all at once, right? So if you see where he says that he's the lawyer, and then literally like 2, maybe 3 lines down, says he's not, or that he's not his lawyer, then he is his lawyer. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Damn. All right, so there's a little section where he put, or whoever put, red flags. So I'm guessing this is the red flag section. Aubrey Williams brought up Breonna Taylor's name. So he's saying, so everything that I'm about to point, like, there's all little, it's like little points, right? Little points of red flags. All these are supposed to be red flags. Aubrey Williams points out or brought up Breonna Taylor's name. So that's a red flag, he says. Aubrey Williams stated, I'm assuming. Well, I'll just read how it's fucking said. Aubrey Williams started several times. He didn't know what's going on with my case and didn't have enough time to talk with me before court. So I'm guessing it meant stated several times. That was another red flag, he says. Another red flag is Aubrey Williams lied to Judge about knowing my father for years and he doesn't know him. Maybe he knew of him being a crackhead. And yeah. He says another red flag was Aubrey Williams lied about any money situation and he would not demand money until after my release. After the fact, I paid him $1,000 retaining fee. So that goes back to whenever I told y'all $1,000, right? Y'all can go look on his on the Lamar Wilson Facebook page. I didn't just come up with that number, $1,000. That's what he said he paid, right? $1,000. He said that he paid a fucking. Remember, I was saying that he said paid a large amount, $35,000 that you gotta pay. $1,000 is not a large amount for that, for a down payment. The fuck, I got to do that 34 more times to pay him off. But he said Aubrey Williams lied about any money situation and he will not demand money until after my release. Then why? Well, I don't know if Kendick will see this or maybe hopefully somebody will relay this message to him because it's like, bro, you look stupid. You look stupid. Why was Aubrey mad? Why was he mad? Why did you have to tell him $20,000 was stole? Why would you have to even bring that up if you're thinking, okay, well I don't have to pay him until after I'm released, so you'll have time to figure out something. But you said the $20,000 was stolen. Why? Probably, I guess, to see if he would still represent you, and because you say that Allison and Julia robbed you, right? They went to your house and robbed you, right? So I guess you was trying to make it look bad on them so that you can get out of all this situation with Julia and Allison, because they both got shit against you right now, and you're just dealing with a lot of shit. So I guess you're trying to get out of some of it by saying that they robbed you and you didn't have 20,000. Can you prove that you had 20,000? That would be one thing, if you could prove that you had 20,000 in your house. Because you say it's stolen, but see, if you can't prove that you had 20,000 and it's stolen, bitch, you ain't getting that money back, and no one's ever gonna get in trouble for that 20,000 being missing. So can you prove that you had 20,000? While you keep bringing that up, that this and that, this person stole this person stole that. Can you prove that? You say it's on it's on video. It's on video that, like, now there could be a bunch of ones that don't, or it could be hundreds. Doesn't mean that that's how much. You can't just look from afar and be like, yep, that's 20,000. You could assume that's probably about that much if it was a video. But it'd be another thing too, if on video they were like 100, 200, 300 and counted it out like that. So I don't think you realize you're not getting gonna get nowhere with this 20,000 shit. Aubrey, another red flag. He says Aubrey Williams didn't have a copy of indictment nor arrest citation presented in court. Also, when he came to see me a couple of days before court, he wasn't prepared to take notes. No notepad twice. Okay, so he says that he wasn't invited and that he didn't pay him, right? Even though he clearly said that, or he said he didn't hire him or whatever. He said, but then he says he pays him $1,000. Let's be real, y'all. If your attorney shows up and you're saying these are red flags, and he shows up twice with no notepad and he's not trying to take notes, the second time that happens, you should be like, okay, bro, look, like you should check him. If that's what you want, if you're paying him your money, it should go how you want, right? Bro, it should have been, why aren't you writing this down? But no, you don't say none of that. You still allow him to come to court and represent you. You didn't tell him, stop, I got this. You're not my attorney. So either you're fucking lying or I don't know. I feel like you're lying about it all. Just because he don't want to fucking represent you because you don't got no money. Could that be it? Could that be why your butt hurt? Because he said, bro, look, I'm sorry you got robbed or whatever. But let's be real, y'all. If we could all use that, bro, we would all have attorneys. Everyone in the world would have an attorney for every case. Oh shit, bro. Man, I was gonna pay 100 racks, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was literally gonna pay you 50,000. But while I was in jail, my house got broken into and they robbed me. Like, my bad, bro. Like I was gonna pay you, but since I was gonna pay you, you could still represent me, right? No. So you're wasting your fucking energy and breath and his time when, you know. So yeah, I bet that's what happened, huh? And then now he's corrupt and all this shit because you don't have the money to fucking pay him. You can't get mad at him for that. Bruh. He also says a red flag was didn't report that Allison and Julia broke into my house days before court and they stole thousands of dollars in evidence from the house. Well, Mr. Dickhead, Kendick, when you interrupted in court, why didn't you bring it up? Why didn't you say, oh, yeah. There's also something I want to say. There's thousands of dollars that was stolen and I can't pay my attorney. You could have brought that up. You know what I'm saying? Since you wanted to say that you got a gesture from your attorney or whatever that you did something so elegantly. You know what I'm saying? So you could have brought that up. If you felt like he didn't bring it up, you could have brought it up. If clearly you could interrupt your attorney and then speak to the judge, you could have told him that. I know if someone's supposed to be speaking for me and they leave something out, I'm gonna be like, hey, don't forget to tell them this. And if they don't say it, and if you're able to talk, say it. Say that shit. And I'm not trying to coach you right now and tell you how to beat this. I'm just pointing out your flaws right now and all the bullshit that you're doing. Just reacting to it. Because honestly, no, I don't want you to beat this. You know what I'm saying? No. You done got away with too many times of, like when you beat up your baby mama and then you was facing a felony and you was on probation. And if you did your probation without getting in trouble, it would get bumped down to a misdemeanor. You, sir, I don't give a fuck if there was 3 days or 2 days left of your probation. You was in trouble during the time of the probation with Summer, with other shit. You know what I'm saying? So you was in trouble during that time. and then you got in trouble again when you was in jail for the 6 months. They should have never said, no, he was close enough. No, if you're sentenced to probation for 90 days, it should be for the full fucking 90 days. Not, he only has 86 days. We'll give him probation for 86 days. No. So really, you should be a fucking felon right now. But since you're not, yeah. That misdemeanor shit, like, that's how you're just looking at it. It's a misdemeanor, whatever. That's how anybody would look at it. It's a misdemeanor. Oh, well. Unless it's domestic, which that's what yours was, pretty much. Domestic. You know what I'm saying? You know, especially for the people that want to own guns. Like you have even said, you want to be able to own guns again. All right? And you have a domestic, right? Which I don't know how I know in every state, like something like I know, I'll just say, for example, one state that I know of, if you have, I think it's 3. If you get 3 domestics, like misdemeanor, you can't have a gun. I know everywhere is different. It might even just be one time. But yeah, you got away with, yeah, you got charged and shit like that. But no, like I'm looking at it too, like, nigga, you need, like, I don't know if you've been paying your child support or whatever, but no, I feel like you deserved way worse than what you got. You the little girl, your daughter. See, I don't know how old she was when you beat her mom up in front of her. I hope that she wasn't, like, right now. I hope that she doesn't remember that. I really do. I really do. Because, you know, I've talked to your baby mom. Now I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know what she sounds like. She did seem like she was a nice woman. You know what I'm saying? So I doubt she's gonna fall for or date or whatever another motherfucker like you. You know what I'm saying? So I doubt that that little girl has to see any of that again. And your other baby mama, oh, I bet you did the same thing to her. I bet you did the same thing to her. Beat her up when you get mad. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Like, you know, maybe y'all need, you Kendick, Team Kendick, whatever. Maybe y'all should talk him into getting some anger management. You know what I'm saying? Anger, like, that's another thing. The court, this is a fucking repeat pattern where he gets mad and he reacts and does this and that. Instead of jail time and shit, he should be ordered to do anger management. He needs to know how to fucking control his motherfucking attitude. When he's like, just because you're mad doesn't mean that you get to point a fucking gun at somebody. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I mean, or beat them up, backhand them in their face because you hear me on the phone with them. He's a bitch. Also, there was a video that the arresting officers unlawfully executed a warrant by busting in my door and falsifying charges on October 16, 2021, resisting arrest and evading first degree. No, I think that was supposed to be 2022 because that was this year. All was caught on video. An officer lied when they testified in Judge Porter's courtroom for case number 22F0079. I'm pretty sure he's talking about, because when he got resistant or whatever, that was in last month. So yeah, they that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of shit in this that they could have went like it's clear that they typed it up, just kept typing up, just and then did not go back over and read it because there's so many typos in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're having to use context clues to be like, oh, okay, this is probably what they meant by this, you know. But then at the bottom, he put Aubrey Williams trying to charge me $35,000 to represent me. An attorney, they know what they want to charge, what they're going to charge. So when you say Aubrey Williams is trying to charge you, he's not trying. He is charging you $35,000. Dipshit. It's no negotiation unless y'all make a deal and you say, hey, well, can we take 25 or something, you know? They're a bargain. But if that's what he's saying that he's wanting in order to represent you, that's what he's gonna get. That's clearly why you told him, oh yeah, I got 20,000 at home. I got you. I can pay that. And then whenever you say you got robbed, right? I don't know what you call him, Aubrey Williams or Mr. Williams, whatever the fuck you call him, right? You're like, hey, I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm not gonna be able to pay you the 20,000 that I promised you because they took it. That's the only reason that he's speaking about this shit, saying that they stole 20,000 or whatever and evidence and shit because he can't afford to fucking pay for his attorney. I guess he thought that maybe if he said that, that attorney would give him more time. No, he told his dumbass, I'm not gonna, because he said, Kendick said that Aubrey Williams told him he wouldn't have to pay shit until he's released. I know all attorneys are different. They work differently. Some are maybe be more strict and be like, no, you got to pay me. Others might be like, look, I want to help you. I know you need some help. I feel like I can see us winning this, blah, 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 you know, and if he thinks you're good for it, like if y'all have worked together in the past, that would be one thing. But y'all have never worked together. You know what I'm saying? You're saying all this shit about him, right? All this negative shit. All these red flags, right? Like literally, all right, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The red flag list, there's 10 of them. Actually more because he mentioned some red flags during the long ass fucking paragraph. I mean, it's long. But in the part where he talks about red flags, there's 10 of them that he's talking about. So all those red flags, and it's just this motherfucker, boy. Yeah, he said, who told who what and who stole my phones, laptops, and over 22K out of my house while I've been locked up. So I just rounded off to 20,000, right? But over 22,000. So I'm guessing he's trying to say over 22, less than 23K, right? You ain't got no job. You don't get paid off of Facebook. I know you don't. Your Cashaps, you don't get that much. That's why, you be begging and bitching about it. Like, oh, I did all this and nobody really paid me, That's why on your Facebook, well, not the Lamar Wilson, I don't think. No, I think it's just the Kendick one. Or is it your YouTube? No, I think it's your Facebook. Yeah. Basically, you say, or it might be IG. I can't fucking remember, but like, I think it's crazy that you literally put, you won't add nobody unless they send you $100 to your Cash App. I mean, damn, bro. You are something else. And I'm trying to think. Hold up. Let's see if I can find out. Or I'll just go ahead and say it. Does anybody on here know when he goes to court next? Because he's going to up against the grand jury this time. So it's gonna be different. Yeah, I'm about 99% sure it's gonna be a different judge, a different prosecutor than what he's been seeing. Put that in just in case anybody wants to add to that. Whether you agree with me, whether you want to argue with what I gotta say, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. If not, that's okay. I'm just putting it there just in case. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to find out some stuff real quick. As far as I know the trial date is not set yet. I know there's something that is gonna be going on. I think it's this week. I think that has to happen first. Um, um, that um, that date. I guess you could say the grand jury is like, from what I'm getting out of it, is basically secret. Like, from what like I said, from what I'm getting out of it, I don't know a whole lot about it, but basically, They handle the shit once they handle, like, not all of it is like low key. Certain shit is low key. And then once that happens, then of course it could be spoke on, and then basically the trial date will be set for everyone to know. And yes, of course I will. I'll let y'all know. I'll speak on that. Which, yeah, of course I already know. Some of y'all will find out just like I do. But for those that don't know or whatever, yeah, and even the ones that do know, y'all can come up on here and just hear what I gotta say about all of it, because you never know. I might just have something to tell you that you don't know. So yeah, I don't know when so I mean there's gonna be a court date, of course, to set the date for trial, but I don't know exactly when that is. That's what I'm saying. That's the part that pretty much no one's supposed to know. Like, I guess it could be security reasons or something, because I know, like, in this whole situation, like, even with summer shit, even like with yeah, just the whole situation with Kendick, like, they've had situations where his people have shown up to court, and then he's trying to say that Summer's people showed up and it intimidated his people to where they didn't even want to speak as a witness. But I don't believe none of that, because on the video, he didn't even fucking look back and say, "Hey, I want to bring you up here." Like, no. I might have something right now that I could read to y'all. Like I said, even though some of y'all may have been able to find out court dates and shit, I may be able to add a little something that y'all don't fucking know. All right, so now I haven't read this. Like I said, like I was, yeah, I wanted to get some information. So while I've been talking, yeah, that's what I've been doing. And okay, so I'm gonna read something out loud that um um now I'm gonna read it. I'm not gonna show you, because this is the I'm not about to show it and then someone go and take it and put it on there. Not that I'm trying to like be stingy or be like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, no, like, if you want to hear it or whatever, come to Boss Talk Show type shit is what it is gonna boil down to for this situation. because it's just, yeah, like, all right, so I have the complaint of, y'all know Allison, right? Okay, so Allison states that during October 2nd of this year through October 15th in Bullitt County, the above named defendant unlawfully violated KRS 524.040, intimidating participant in the legal process, KRS 509.020, unlawful imprisonment first degree, KRS 508.030, assault fourth degree, which these I'm reading out her charges, which I know most of y'all know the charges, but yeah, we'll see what the rest says, right? Like I said, I haven't read this. It's the first time I'm reading it out loud, or just reading in general. Not the charges, but the complaint. Assault fourth degree, domestic violence, KRS 531.120, distribution of sexually explicit image without consent, KRS 525.085, uh, dissemination of personally identifying information, and KRS 525.080, harassing communications, specifically affiant, I think it's the word, affiant, AFFIANT. Allison states that in a continuing course of conduct from August 2nd to, not August. I think I said August earlier too. October 2nd to October 15th. After a verbal altercation at the offender's home in Bullitt County, offender Kendick Wilson struck Allison once in the face with a backhanded blow that knocked her off her feet. As I told y'all, he had the hand. He took her phone, as we all have seen on the video, and he backhanded her with the phone. So, see, me, I'm a martial artist. I know. Well, you don't have to be a martial artist to know this, but if you could take a lighter. I could take this vape, right? Put it in my fist, right? To make it tight. Everything's like solid, because when you punch like this, it's almost like hollow. Because look, hollow, like, you know what I'm saying? When you punch, but when you punch with something hard in your hand, it makes that shit tougher. Yeah. But that's why I said it's just like that with this in your hand. Backhand, boom. You got something in your hand, you know. Um all right, let's see. Kendick struck Allison once in the face with a backhanded blow that knocked her off her feet. Offender took Allison's phone and laptop away from her, denying her access to emergency assistance. So let me stop right there. So he wants to go online and talk shit. Oh, my chest was hurting. They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me get medical attention. How does it feel, bitch? How does it feel, bitch? How the fuck does it feel, bitch? If that's the truth. If you're really actually going through that. Because I know you like to play with people's emotions so that you can get their money. You know what I'm saying? Don't cry wolf. You know what I'm saying? You know the story. The girl cried wolf so many times and she was just joking. But when the wolf really came and they was like, no, she's joking. And she got fucked up. Right? So don't cry wolf and then people find out that you've been lying this whole time. And then when you really do get beat up in jail and you're wanting some real sympathy and you don't get it, that's on you. But you kept, and this ain't just Allison. You did it to Julia too. Kept her in the house. Wasn't that one of the charges that you was facing? Imprisonment? Yeah. And we could probably keep on going. There's no telling how many times you've done this type of shit. Denying her access to emergency assistance. This assault and the seizure of the phone by the offender is captured on a video posted to social media, which I think no, never mind. I think that video is only on two pages, I want to say. I'm not sure though, because it could be on Facebook. Allison then attempted to leave, but was held against her will under threat of further violence after she was confined in a room. Let's see. Sorry, confined in a room while offender Kendick held the door shut. And let's be honest. Like I said, like fuck what he's talking about when he said, oh, he had chest pains. Okay, well, I'm sure Allison had face pains and she was being held against her will, right? Julia was having mental pains and whatever else he did to her. You know what I'm saying? He held her for 30 plus hours, right? But he wants people to fucking feel sorry for him because his chest is hurting. Like, in my opinion, he like, because I'm sure he knows. We all know. Like one time for example, I had pneumonia. I was coughing so much, like, you know, when you have pneumonia, it hurts to cough. But I just kept coughing and shit because, you know, I was still smoking bud and shit with pneumonia. I know y'all probably like, that's stupid. Well, some people even smoke cigarettes with pneumonia. But good bud will make you cough. Well, I was just coughing my ass off, right? Well, I got pleurisy. For those that don't know, that's the coughing. So, like, it's coughing the lining of your lungs off, and it's painful. And yeah, like as soon like I was like, oh, my chest is hurting, like, you know, I've been sick. They automatically think heart. Just to clear it out. So the EKG, all this shit, all them, you know. So yeah, I'm sure he knows if he says, "Oh, I'm having chest pains," they're gonna automatically be like, "Oh, we got to take care of this. Let's take him to the hospital, just so he can get a little bit of time out of the jail." You know, I doubt he was having chest pains. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you be having chest pains, sir? What's wrong with you, huh? Because you want to make fun of me for having diabetes, right? So this ain't the first time this nigga has said that something that he was having chest pains. I think he said he had chest pains the other time he was in jail for the 6 months. Sounds to me, if that's the truth, that you may have some heart problems that you know need to get checked on. You know what I'm saying? And see, I'm not that type of guy that's like, you dying of heart problems. I'm not that type of guy, even if I don't like you. Y'all don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, God, you talk like that, God can instantly give you a disease, a tumor, instantly. Oh yeah, God is like that. Oh yeah, God can give you a tumor instantly, multiple tumors. Oh yeah, and that what was it? The Palestinians? He did that shit too for taking the Ark of the Covenant. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, like, um, see, like, yeah, I know panic attacks from what I've seen, like, like, you know, it can make a person freak out, and breathing affects your lungs if you're, so maybe that might be hurting or whatever. I don't know, but he don't ever have any chest pains. You never heard him talk about chest pains outside of jail, right? So, like I said, I feel like it's just him trying to get people's money by making them feel sorry. You know what I'm saying? Just like he did with Julia when he talked to her on the phone when he wasn't supposed to. And yeah, he's like, they're doing me wrong in here. He fucked me in my ass and got the blood from my ass. I put Breonna Taylor, or I spelled Breonna Taylor's name with the blood from my ass all over the wall. See where I'm at. Kendick held the door shut. Allison was ultimately able to flee the home. Kendick then contacted Allison and demanded that she return to his home by midnight or there would be repercussions. Allison told Kendick she was not returning and to stop contacting her. Kendick proceeded to contact Allison in excess of 50 times through social media, phone, and text messages. Kendick then distributed Allison's name and work address via social media with the intent to intimidate, abuse, threaten, harass, and frighten the affiant. I think that's how you say the name. I honestly haven't really seen that fucking word very many times. Like I mean, or even heard it used very much. You know what I'm saying? So uh, forgive me for my um you know not knowing what that word is. Which I mean, I know what it get from context clues. I know what the fuck a fine is. Um, I just ain't ever seen it. Allison was subsequently contacted by a variety of unknown individuals from across the country, causing Allison to fear for her life, for her safety. Offender Kendick also distributed private erotic matter without the written consent of the affiant by posting said content to social media with the intent to harm or harass, intimidate, threaten, or coerce Allison. Allison has since sought and been granted an emergency protective order in Jefferson Family Court. So that's crazy. So see, in Kentucky they have different names for shit. Like from where I'm from, like the IPO, we call that a restraining order. So this, I mean, I've been wondering, um, So it is Affiant. Okay, so I have been until now, for real. I've been one because I didn't take the time to look it up. I could have, but this whole time I've been like, I don't know what the fuck EPO is. Matter of fact, what's DVO? Domestic violence offense? Maybe that's just a guess. But EPO is emergency protective order. So yeah, I just learned that. So even though a lot of y'all heard and seen with y'all's eyes the list of charges that he's facing because of what he did to Allison. You know what I'm saying? He can say what he wants. You know what I'm saying? That this and that happened or whatever, but we saw on video that he got bothered, pissed off. I mean, simply because he heard my voice. That, and maybe because Allison was talking to me on the phone. It's not like we were trying to fuck, or it's not like I was like, hey, like, I'm coming to Kentucky. You trying to hang out? She was literally like clearly mad. Right? Then he heard me say, Julia. Then he reacts. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Clearly, see, all relationships are different. There's some couples that they can pick their spouse's phone up and go through it. That's something that they do, right? Well, with them, not everybody does that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you need to trust me, like, or you don't trust me, or no, this is my privacy, this is my phone, you're not going through it or whatever. All couples are different. So I'm assuming from whenever he tried to snatch her phone and she's like, no, give it to me, they're not really on that type of timing where, no, we're not going to be going through each other's phones and shit, which, I will say it's not like they had nothing to hide, or, I mean, they do. Well, I think, I don't know about Kendick, but I know Allison has shown him, like, hey, look, this person hit me up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like, now he was already mad at her at the beginning of that day. It wasn't just like, oh, he boss talks on the phone. Let me hit her. So it was kind of built up anger at the same time. But that set it over the edge because, from my knowledge, he didn't put his hands on her the first argument. I can't say that's for sure, but I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. But yeah, I don't want to say it didn't happen, but I don't think it did. But yeah, like he's I mean, he be on here trying to act like he's confident and shit, but like behind the scenes, to me, it seems like he's very fucking insecure with the women he's with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I mean, like, for example, for the females out there that have a man, if a man hits you up, and not even on no, like, trying to holler at you or anything, like, just hitting you up about shit that's going on with your husband or your boyfriend or whatever. Like, You know, that type of talk. Not like them trying to say, hey, you're cute or nothing like no flirting shit. Just down, just trying to talk about your boyfriend or whatever's case or something like that, right? And then you, the woman, go to your man and be like, hey, this person just DM'd me, and you're like showing them like, yeah, look, and then don't tell me if this is wrong. Where the woman goes, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the woman going and be like, hey, here you go. This person just DM me. Matter of fact, that's a man should be cool with that. Like, it's not like she messaged back some shit. And like I said, it's not like I'm yeah, at the same time telling the story, but I'm just saying how would you take it if you took it to your man and then he just started going off on you? Man, block that motherfucker. You gonna fuck your fucking shit up. And the woman didn't even say nothing to the person that messaged, you know. So he was already pissed off about something in that and in that area, I guess, something along those lines. And yeah, that's probably why I assume why they wasn't in the same room. Which, I mean, like me at home, like right now. I mean, my wife is sleeping wherever. I'm in a different room. There's times where like the kids might come in my room and they'll be watching the TV, even though they got TVs in their room. And then I ain't gonna lie, I'll be like, y'all got TVs in y'all's own room, but always watching mine. I can't ever watch mine. I'll be saying that sometimes. Not all the time though, because I'll be watching my phone sometimes. But I might be downstairs on the couch, everybody else upstairs watching whatever, and I'm downstairs watching videos. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was with them the day that he hit her. He was on live. She was doing her thing in I don't know, different floor, different room, everything. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. She started yelling at me. She was mad at me. And yeah, he came up there to say, "Why are you yelling? I'm live or whatever." And then he heard, because she had me on speakerphone. It's not like she was trying to hide her talking to me. And then he heard me say, I can't remember exactly what I said, but it says something about Julia. As soon as he heard Julia and my voice, he reaches for the phone. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, backhands her. I mean, he clearly on the video it shows that he was the aggressor. That he reached for the phone and all this shit and did what he did. You know what I'm saying? So, honestly, I hope his dumbass represents himself. In my opinion, he will, because he can't keep an attorney. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he can really just sit here and think like, okay, look, this is my fucking life. Either I'm gonna be like me. If I'm sitting there and if I have an attorney that's willing to represent me and I'm facing felony charges, I'm not gonna be a stupid ass like what he's doing. I'll suck that shit up and be like, man, let's beat this fucking case or whatever. Let's beat this shit. I'm not about to be a felon or whatever. Y'all know damn well the benefits you fucking lose when you become a felon. The nigga already don't work. So if he becomes a felon, like, trust me, I've worked like in factories and shit, and I've done concrete work, and the concrete work that I did, anybody could get that. Felons, it didn't matter. Matter of fact, the majority of the people that I worked with was felons. Like, I will say most of the time, I mean, the jobs that they give to felons are the jobs that the hard jobs, like the jobs that not many people want because it's a whole lot of work, extra work. But I will say they give you a lot. They'll give you overtime, all the hours you want. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I think oil field you could be a felon. I mean, that's good money. It's just, in my opinion, shit. Yeah, you ain't gonna have no motherfucker. I mean, you have your days off, but shit, I know motherfuckers. It's like, man, I have so much money because I don't have time to spend it. I'm working 12 to 16-hour shifts, and after I want to sleep afterwards. I don't have time to spend it. Plus, they got per diem, so they don't got to spend their money for food, you know. And plus, I mean, whatever your per diem is, say if it's $20 a meal, a motherfucker might be like, shit, I'm about to like grind this shit out. They could buy bologna sandwiches or whatever. They don't have to spend that whole 20. And then, you know what I'm saying? Be smart about it. And yeah. Or we don't got a dollar menu no more, really. You know what I'm saying? Well, we don't. Now that I think about it, shit's crazy. I went to BK, right? And see, you know, they used to do the 10-piece nuggets, right? I want to say they were like $1, maybe $1.49 for the 10-piece. Then they wanted us to pull a slick move and move it down 2 pieces to 8-piece nugget. Man, I'm talking about today. I'm like, what? Them bitches is $2.50 now for 8-piece nugget. I'm like, man, y'all might say that ain't $2.50 ain't shit. It's just the principle. Like, them bitches used to be a motherfucking dollar for 10 of them. I heard something about a motherfucking egg shortage. Like, damn. And then see, like, y'all, I don't know if this is a sign. I took it as a sign, so I started stacking up. I went to Sam's. I go to Sam's a lot. That, Kroger, Walmart, different, just whatever I'm feeling. And seeing Sam's, like the drinks. See, they always, of course, have water. But at the Sam's, there's more water in that motherfucker than I've ever seen before. Like, big ass pallets stacked up of water. Even like, there's an area where they have the water, right? Where the drinks are. But they had so much water that it went all like way further down than the drinks go at all. You know what I'm saying? So I said to my wife, I said, I think they trying to tell us something. Low key, like, look at all this fucking water. We got all this water. Ordered all this water for what? So yeah, I took it as a sign. I'm like, literally, like, I overstocked, like, bought a whole bunch. It was like, okay, this 40-pack of water, because you know Sam's, they give you a lot of water. I'm like, this 40-pack, this is what we're gonna drink out of. This water over here, we're not fucking with. If we run out of this 40-pack, we'll go and get more. But you know what I'm saying? I just was like, shit. I just feel like that's a sign. They're trying to tell us something. Like, get some motherfucking water. You feel me? But yeah, I know you can bullshit, but I mean, shit. I'd rather already have that type of water already ready, you know. And if I run out, then go to worst case scenario, bull water. But Beck Diamond, welcome to the show. You say you're from Australia. Welcome. And yes, Kendick is a fucking nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's definitely shady. He's a woman beater, you know. Some might say allegedly he's a woman beater, but no. When you've been charged, when you have a charge on your background from beating up your baby mom, that is beating up a woman. So he's a documented woman beater, you know. And I'm not laughing about it. He really is. He really is that. These women are not lying that he did this or that. He really did. He really pointed that gun at Allison. I mean at Julia. He really hit Allison. He really hit his baby mom and did all that he did to her in front of his daughter. He really stalked Summer. He would do so much more if he could. And that motherfucker, his name is King Bridgeburner. Or Kendick. Whichever one you like more. You know what I'm saying? But I mean he's the king of bridge burning. I haven't seen nothing like it before. Like someone that burns as many bridges as people will literally be like, we've seen it. We've all seen it. The people that's been following for a while, we've seen Stan Chavan straight up tell him, "No, I will represent you," and he was gonna do it for free. But he didn't like the deal that Stan I guess was trying to tell him to take. So then he starts saying, "Oh, you're corrupt." Like, truth be told, you can have the best attorney in the fucking world, but sometimes, I mean, you're not gonna get what you want. Not every time. Like, yeah, it would be nice if just to give an attorney money, and trust me, if you could give an attorney money, like if anybody did a crime and it was if it was easy, just like, here, I'm gonna give the attorney money and I'm getting away with it, everybody would be killing and drug dealing, because then they'll be like, shit, all I gotta do is pay my attorney and I'm getting away with it. So no, just because you pay your attorney, we all know that. But I'm saying that to him, whether he hears it or not, or someone that fucks with him hears it. I'm talking some shit tonight. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he don't hear it or not. One of his people might hear it. So right now he's getting a taste of his own medicine. You know, he's imprisoned or held hostage. You know, him being put in a cell and not, and being put in there to where he can't just roam around like he wants to. He can't go to the refrigerator or nothing. Maybe he'll think about that and be like, damn, which I know how it feels. I've been on 23-hour lockdown before, so I know what that's like. So, I mean, he is selfish, so he probably ain't even thinking of it like this. But maybe one day he should sit there and think like, damn, I'm in jail, I'm being held hostage right now. This is what it feels like to be held hostage. So maybe he should think, nah, I ain't ever gonna, hold a woman against her will at gunpoint, or just lock her in a bedroom or whatever. And if she comes out, beat her up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just believe, as far as like he talks about justice being served, I really feel like he should get a taste of his own medicine on every aspect, everything. I'm talking about, like I said, the being held hostage, which he technically is in the jail or whatever. Um, he says he's having chest pains or whatever, but I don't know if that's true or not. If it is or isn't, I still believe, yeah, he should feel what it feels like to be in pain, hurting, physically and mentally hurting, and no one come tend to you, because that's what he has done to multiple women. Hurt them physically and mentally, emotionally. Didn't give two fucks. Like when he hit Allison, boom. He hit her. She dropped to the ground. He didn't be like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry," or not like that. He was more worried about hanging up the phone or seeing if I was hung up or whatever. He's more worried about the phone than her face and if she's okay or whatever. You know, it's not like he walked in the room and heard me say, when I come to Kentucky, you trying to hook up. He didn't hear that. So, yeah. Yeah, it is funny he fell through the roof with his dumb ass. I'm telling you, like, I want to see it. Like, the real video, something. You know, because there's this fake ass video going around. I mean, well, it's not a fake video. It's just not him. But best believe, if I can, I will definitely show it. You know what I'm saying? Man, he's such a bitch. He really does need a taste of his own medicine. And one didn't, I mean, the nastiest medicine, like, and fuck him being like getting a taste of it and spitting that out. Nah, nigga. Like, nah, you gotta taste it and let it go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause um, but you know, Kendick has beat women up, held them against their will. So basically, like, in order for that to happen, clearly, you got to be able to outpower, possibly scare that person, you know, or intimidate, whatever you want to call it, for that to happen. That's he needs that done to him. Now, I'm not telling people to go do that. I'm just saying, I just feel like that he should get a taste of his own medicine one day, because Yeah. Like me, I cannot stand bullies. I can't. I was the type that no. If I see some bullying going on, like I would be like, "Hey, bro, leave me alone." Like, and hope that motherfucker said, "Mind your business" or some shit. But in high school, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I had some respect on my name. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I mean, motherfuckers didn't even have to see me fight. It's just shit that they heard. They'd be like, "Oh man, I don't want to fuck with him." Like, uh, yeah, you're way too fast. You punch way too fast, or whatever, right? And I'll be like some dudes that like they'll be talking, they'll be like, "Oh hell no, like you're a fucking badass," and I'm like, "You ain't never." I'm thinking, nigga, you ain't never seen me fight. You ain't never seen nothing. Like, so what you mean I'm a badass? It's just plain old respect because of, I guess, word through the grapevine. Straight up. That's how it was throughout life for me. I will, and I'm not bragging. I mean, like my little sister or and my sisters and brother, like they took that. I mean, the sister that has came on here before, murder. Like, yeah, she really used that to her advantage. Like, shit, she looked at it as like, she could talk shit to whoever because y'all know who my brother is, and if y'all fuck with me, like you know what I'm saying. So seriously, I used to have to like tell her like, man, you gotta stop. You think you're invincible because I'm your brother, which yeah, every time I'm gonna have her back. But that's why she would do a lot of the shit that she would do. I'm like, nigga, like, you know. Seriously, I remember one day we was on the bus and I don't remember what happened. He didn't see me. The two dudes didn't see me, but um, my sister did something, and he's like, "Oh, you fucking bitch!" She said, "What the fuck did you just say? Say it again." He said, "Bitch," and she stole on him, hit him right in the shit, hard, pow. You just like the sound when someone gets hit in their jaw, right? Hit him. Well, he was sitting beside his best friend. They jump up real quick like they about to do something. And I'm just sitting there like just watching it, you know what I'm saying? Like it was early morning. Bus on the like this is one reason why I didn't ride the bus much. I always would try to ride with a homie or some shit. Because it would be super early. So that means I had to wake up earlier. So I'd be like pretty much falling asleep on the bus. And I'm thinking like, man, damn, she punches someone at like 7 o'clock. Like, damn. And yeah, she hit him, and I'm just like, okay, she got this. Which my sister ain't no bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, she got to see what I did throughout life. Like, we're only a year apart, so she done seen me beat on motherfuckers, take up for her whenever she couldn't beat the dudes up. Like, dudes way bigger than me. I'm knocking them out, taking up for her, right? And yeah, like, so she ended up, yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, when we was little, like elementary, she was a little scary. I ain't gonna lie. She still would fight, but she'd be like, "Oh no, like he's big." Because I'd be like, "Hey, just go hit him." Because my mom used to be like, "Oh no, you ain't about to be out here just fighting. Like you better have a reason." So my reason was shit. If they're coming at my brother and sister, I'm protecting them. That was my excuse. So I'd be like, "Hey, I need to fight him. He's being a little bitch. Just go hit him. As soon as he tries to chase you, I'll get him. I promise you. I'm fast. He won't get you." But no, yeah, she definitely like whenever like what I was saying when she punched the dude in the face, they jumped up real quick like they were about to do something, and I'm just sitting there and when they stood up, she's like, "What?" And they see me, and they turned around, and when they see me, they was like, and then like literally turned. I mean, I didn't like stand up like, let it. No, they turned around, and you could see in their face that they was like, oh, this is a girl. Let's get this bitch, right? And they like, and they see me, and they're like, oh, and they had to accept getting punched. He had to accept getting punched in the shit, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, real shit. They would have got both up. I mean, I would have literally did this, then this, and they would have both been asleep. 2 punches. I would have hooked both of them. Boom, boom, and they would have been laying in the seat. And the bus driver, when my sister punched that motherfucker, the bus driver didn't acknowledge none of that. We was all the way toward the back. Plus, the bus is loud. Everyone's talking. So, it would have been a quick boop, boop. They sleep. I was sat down like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? But my high school was I mean, there was violence, there was drugs, drug deals. So I mean, we for a while they were, trying to use the old buses, but my high school, I mean, it was a party fucking school. And like we had drug dogs. Like this was crazy. I had to find out from the attendance teacher. Because my senior year I had study hall, but I was like, I don't want to do study hall. I'll be a TA. So I was the TA for the attendance ladies. And I remember 10th through 12th grade, they would always do this shit. They would be like, we're basically everybody go to the bathroom, get it, because we could have water in class. Fill your water bottle up, because we're gonna be shutting the water off, and when they shut the water off, that means then there's no reason at all for a student to leave the class, because I mean, unless they're leaving for the day or whatever, but they would have the time. The cops or the school would have it timed perfectly. They would not, like when they shut off the water, that meant no one could say, hey, can I go to the bathroom? Because no, you won't be able to flush and wash your hands or nothing. So the teachers, they already on put up on game, but they're telling the students, oh no, the water's cut off, and plus you can't just get up and go to the bathroom. You gotta ask. So that's why they go over this on the speaker. If you got to go to the bathroom, go now. You got 15, 20 minutes or whatever. After that, water is being cut off. And then that means, boom, you can't leave the class. And the teacher knows why you cannot leave the class. That's because they're just allowing dogs, canines, drug dogs, to just, we had 3 floors. Three story school, and I mean it was so big. Literally, you can go from 10th to 12th grade and not see a person one time. There's a guy that he ended up being my best friend. I had him in a class the last semester of my senior year, and I said, when did you start going here? And he said, I've been going here since the first day of 10th grade. I said, what the fuck? I said, I've never seen you. He's like, I've seen you. I said, where'd you see me? He's like, you play basketball, right? I'm like, yeah. He said, yeah, I've seen you in pep rallies and shit. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, I've never seen you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would notice that shit like throughout the year. I'd be like, oh, that person's new. No, they really truly been going the whole time. But that's how big the school was. Like, but yeah, they would send the dogs sniffing the lockers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And And if there was drugs in there, they wouldn't. They didn't have our combination wrote down. They cut that lock. You know what I'm saying? Going through it, see what you got. I mean, there's been so many times. Look, I would get put up on game. I would get put up on game. Because I played basketball, so the office ladies they were sweet. So they didn't see the street side of me, or I didn't tell them I smoked weed or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, oh yeah, these are. I did the office TA with one of the dudes on my basketball team. So they just look. He actually was a goody good dude. You know what I'm saying? He would drink whenever I would throw parties and shit. But no, he didn't smoke nothing like that. But my homies, you know what I'm saying? As soon as like she would tell us, yeah, they're gonna cut off the water at this time, and then she told us straight up that y'all know they really it's really not the water. They do shut the water off, but it's just straight up for them to run the drug dogs through the school and shit. But yeah, I would text my homies and be like, hey, if you got any bud in your locker, do something with it. You know what I'm saying? Because they are coming. The dogs are coming. And see, like, right, like literally the room, because we'd have to sit in the office TA room, pretty much just sit there. And, for whenever they needed us, like there was these slips and they were exit slips. So say if your mom called and say, hey, my son or daughter has a dentist appointment, I'm on my way to pick them up, to take them to the dentist or whatever. They would write an exit slip. Then they would be like, all right, here. And they'd give it to us. We'd have to go to the classroom, give the teacher the exit slip. He'd be like, okay, blah, blah, blah. Your exit, you're leaving at whatever time is on the paper, right? So, me being a little badass, the teachers, they had a bunch of those. I took a whole book. You know what I'm saying? So I would, from a homie, I would, because he'd be like, can you get me out of class? Yeah. So, I'll forge this shit. And, yeah. Some days there might be someone in that class that, or a couple people in that class that get exit slips. And that exit slip may not be till later on in the day. But I would always, because we had lunch right after that period. That was fourth period. We had lunch right after fourth. So I would take it to there, and I ain't gonna lie, that teacher, he was cool, but he started saying, I think it's a little weird that you always get exit slips at this period at the same time. We did do it a little too often. But it would be because he would ask for it, and I'd be like, man, like, it's on you. He didn't give a fuck about school. Like, I swear. You know what I'm saying? So I had access to the cameras, right? So because everyone, the potheads out there, y'all want to smoke, get the munchies, smoke before you eat or whatever. Well, I did too. So the teacher, like at the last 15, 20 minutes, our teacher would just let us, not our teacher, but the attendance lady would just let us leave and go do what we wanted to do. Because we'd be like, hey, do you need anything else? If not, like, I got to go do this, or we would make up something. And of course, I would. Sometimes I would leave by myself. The other guy that I was with, he would stay in the office, and I'd be like, "Hey, text me if because for real, they would tell us everything." I'd be like, "Text me if any of the principals say that they're going out to basically, because they would literally right before lunch or during lunch, because it was a closed campus. We couldn't leave. So they would go out there and stand just to see if anybody would leave to try to go get lunch, right? And sometimes dummies would literally sit on their ass between cars to smoke a cigarette. Well, smoke rises. So if a principal's out there just looking around side to side, and then they see smoke, and they're like, hold up. And then they see it again, they're like, all right, bet that. And they've caught people do that. So me, what I did was go right into the computer room. It took me a while to learn it, but I learned all I had to do was push pause on the camera that was facing my car. And I would push pause on it, and when you push pause, it pauses the screen. So it and then like when it pauses, the pause button or the pause thing would come up. Then it would vanish until you push play or to record again. So it would look like it's still recording, you know what I'm saying, but it's just paused. That way, I was trying to think smart a little bit, and it actually fucking worked. It actually worked. Sometimes I'll have the dude that was with me, he was a homie. I'd be like, hey, I'll have enough time to come back to the office. Can you pause the camera for me? He's like, yeah, I got you. So yeah, I'll go give the office the exit slip to the homie. We'll go to the motherfucking car, chief down, and get back into the school and wash our hands, spray ourselves with cologne. I kept cologne at school. One, because I love to smell good, and two, because you know I'd be blowing on the way to school, and yeah. Like I remember first period, I was sitting like real close to the front door, and this was one of the I've had a few dickhead principals at my high school. This one was he's done a few things that almost made me fight him. No lie. This one, I actually did smoke that morning, but see, my mom used to say, because she did not find out till she found out when I was in ninth grade, fucking grounded the fuck out of me, fucked me up, all that shit, right? Yeah. But like I was scared to smoke, but I eventually did it again, and she couldn't tell. Like she was like, most people's eyes get red, they might look fucked up, their eyes might be low. She was like, you can never tell with you, like, and you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, my eyes. I've never had to use eye drops like other people. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, she could never tell. So I forgot where I was going with that. High school days was fun. Very different with Australia schools. It, damn, you said that about 10 minutes ago. If you're still on here, what do you mean? What's different about Australia schools? Louis V. What's worse than him being a bully is the way he brainwashes people. Who the fuck still follows this insane man? Yeah, he brainwashed them for real. Manipulation, like trying to make them feel sorry for him. But if Oh, if only most of those people would like they're like yes men. I don't like yes men like at all, at all. Like it's not good. That's not healthy. Like I mean, you need somebody that really loves you is going to tell you about yourself, really cares about you. But someone that, in my opinion, that don't or that don't want to upset you or whatever, they're not going to keep it real with you, and that's not good. Someone that's always going to tell you, "Oh yeah, like oh yeah, you look good." Like no, you know you're good, but you got mustard or something on the side of your face. That's not good. They're like, "Oh no, you're good, you're good." They're afraid of offending a motherfucker because they might think, "Oh yeah, if I offend him, then he might block me or stop fucking with me." You know what I'm saying? They want to remain that person that he brags on and is like, oh, this person is so, I love this person, you know. It's ridiculous. This motherfucker though, um, like I said, eventually we're gonna find out when the trial is. I hope that every fucking charge that he's facing, they say guilty on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting here thinking about. See, I'd seen a video, and when I seen it, I was like, I'm sure y'all have heard about it, but when I seen it, I was like, this is the first time I seen this video. I was like, I ain't ever seen this on the news. When the fuck, where the fuck did this happen? Then I seen it was in Dallas, and I found out it was a Dallas air show, but two planes crashed into each other. You know, you see a fucking bomber plane just, I mean, they're huge. They're so huge, they look like they're going slow as fuck in the air. You know what I'm saying? But it was a smaller plane. That motherfucker looked like it was going super fast. I like I'm about I really haven't done a lot of homework into it, but I'm pretty sure the pilots are dead. I mean, the shit blew up. It was a big explosion, like a bomb, and uh, you know, like I wonder like how the fuck that happened. Why the fuck that plane would fly so fast and then straight at a big ass plane, you know? Like, all right, so the city that I'm from, right? We had some dope ass air shows. Like, I used to love them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to have to, we used to actually have to go to because Fort Smith, all that in that area is a fucking huge military base. You got Fort Smith, then Fort Chaffee, right? Fort Chaffee, which I've told y'all many stories about, like when Elvis Presley went to the military, his first he got his military haircut, his first one. It might have been his only one, I don't know. But he got it in my hometown well, see, there's two different forts. You know what I'm saying? Like they got it's pretty much the airport in a sense. Like they're separate, but it's the Air Force. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like it's called a fort for a reason. It's a real fort. Like and then it's kind of on the outskirts of my hometown. Then they got Fort Chaffee, and now in Fort Chaffee, like the reserves, people in reserves, they come all over Arkansas. They go to Fort Chaffee to train. You know what I'm saying? do all types of shit there. But I keep losing the train of thought of what the fuck I was going with that. I remember the my hometown, they had air shows. They were cool. You know what I'm saying? Like one spot, one place, and that we had lived at, we could just sit outside from there and watch it because the planes are in the air, so we could see them from our house. So we sit out there and chill and watch it. Well, there was a stunt guy one year. He actually did this 2 years in a row, but the second year he did something a little different. And in my opinion, he should have had like a parachute or something like that. Well, the stunt was for him when the plane would be flying by for people to see. It was high up in the air. He got out onto the plane's wing and walked on the wing of the plane while it's flying. So, yeah, you would think that he would have a parachute or some shit, right? Just in case, just for safety. Like, why the fuck? Like, just like when people that scalpel or way up in the sky or whatever, they got harnesses and shit for safety, just in case. Doesn't matter if they've been doing it their whole life and got the best balance, just in case. It's just like almost like a movie, like just like in Dallas, where those people never would have thought they would be at an air show and see two planes crash and it actually kill some people. You know what I'm saying? But this was also crazy to see it. You're looking up and you see a guy standing on the wing walking, second year in the row. So you're like, man, this shit is wild. That dude is got balls. And then you see him fall off. And you're like, oh shit. Oh shit. And you just see a small, because they're up high, and where they was, it was like far, kind of far. So he's falling through the sky, no parachute, nothing. He fucking hits the ground, and where he hit the ground, it looked like yeah, it was far. Everybody's freaking the fuck out. And at the air show, they got ambulance, fire department, police, all that shit. They rushed the fuck over there. And yep. That year I was actually my homie's mom worked for the Red Cross. So us being teenagers and shit, cause we, through the summer, it's the summer. So she'd be going to work. And if I stayed the night with them, yeah, we would sleep in because we stayed up all fucking night. And she would say shit like, y'all need to get a job. And I remember this shit started when I was like 13. She'd be like, y'all need to get a job. I'm like, at 13? Like, we can't get no fucking job at 13. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and then she was like, y'all need to do something with yourself. Y'all swim all day, because we got a pool and shit. Y'all swim. Of course, we had video games, but we really wasn't on that type shit. But we had AIM, if y'all remember that, AIM, and yeah, be chopping it up with people, with chicks or whatever. But yeah, his mom ended up talking us into volunteering for the Red Cross. We did so much shit. Like we would clean the mannequins because they would have the first aid kit or the first aid classes in CPR, and yeah, we'd clean them up, and then we basically put them all back together for the next classes or whatever. We got so good, we'd race to see who could bust down a mannequin, clean it, like really clean it, rinse it out, and put it back together. We'd race, but yeah, I learned a lot of motherfucking shit with the Red Cross. But yeah, we seen that motherfucking dude fall off the plane to his death, and that was when I was in junior high. They still haven't had a air show since, which is like, y'all can have a fucking air show. Y'all can even have another guy walk the motherfucking the wing. Just put a parachute on his ass. So if he falls, he has some safety. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that might take away from the thrill and the stunt man part, but nigga, that was a high fall. Fuck. I'm getting tired, y'all. Oh yeah, it's 2:55. So it's 2:55, and I'm 2 hours and 52 minutes in. 2:53. That's crazy how that worked, y'all. Ain't that crazy? Like, it's 2:56, and I've almost been on here for 2:50. Yeah, I'm at 2:53. Pretty cool. But yeah, y'all, like I said, I wanted to get on here with this YouTube shit for those that are wanting to start a channel or even already got one. Real deal takes consistency, especially if you got people that watch your show, people that regularly watch your show, right? And then of course there's a few here and there that may watch a show one time. But still, there's people that regularly watch your show, and when they regularly watch a show, it's because they fuck with your show, so they like watching your shit. I got people like I said before, they watch me at the gym, at work, chilling at home, whatever. So consistency is a motherfucker. Like, if you're gonna do this shit and you see that there's people that watch you on a regular, they're watching you because they fuck with your show and they're tuned in. So yeah, if you're gonna do this shit, at least do it for them. Like, try to keep them, with some videos. I got like some people that be like, go live, occupy me. I'm like, hey, some nights I'm like, shit, I ain't gonna lie, I don't feel like going live, but yeah, some people need something to watch. We all need something to watch. Like, shit, after I get off here, I might get me a little snack and watch some videos, some shorts or videos or whatever until I fall asleep, you know. But yeah, I wanted to just come on here and react. Like, as always, I don't know when I'm gonna be back on here again. Uh I'll be giving y'all updates as I get it. You know what I'm saying? Um, y'all probably be getting an update. Shit. It's Tuesday, so I mean, yeah, within the next few days, I would say, because I want, like I said, it could be any time this week, next week, maybe, early next week, when Kendick's trial date will be scheduled, and I hope that it's no bullshit where they're like, we're gonna schedule the date for January 2024. Some dumb shit. So yeah. I love y'all. Y'all have a good rest of the night. Y'all have a good day tomorrow. Um, shit. No problem, Beck. Good night to y'all. And Beck, I hope you come back and watch the show, and definitely hope you subscribe and all that. Everybody hit the thumbs up. Yeah, we only got 7 thumbs up. We got 14 people right now watching. Everybody hit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stop yawning. It's that time. It's late, y'all. Like, all right, y'all. Like I said, y'all have a good night and a good day tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, tomorrow, today, Tuesday, or whatever. Wednesday, because I probably won't be on here Wednesday, which I don't know. I never know. Shit. Um, yeah. Oh, okay. That's what's up. Appreciate that. But yeah, y'all have a good night. Y'all get some rest, cause I know some of y'all aren't Central Time like me. It's 3 in the morning right now, so I know I got some Eastern Time viewers, so it's 4 o'clock where y'all's at. It's late, y'all. It's fucking late. Shit. All right, y'all. Get about it. Y'all go take y'all's ass to bed. I'm saying, love y'all. Fuck with y'all soon. Y'all will hear from me soon, because like I said, oh yeah, more info coming soon on this bitch ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Do not show no mercy to this guy. Do not show no sympathy to this guy. Do not give any sympathy to this guy. This guy is a piece of shit. This guy did not show no remorse when he did what he did and does to women. He doesn't give a fuck. He does not give a fuck. Damn, it's 8 p.m. there. Shit. It's crazy how the world is. But yeah, it's 3 in the morning here, 3:03. Let me take my ass to bed before I fucking start yawning and then tears start coming out my eyes and I look like I'm crying and shit. You know. Nah. All right, y'all. For real. I'm out this bitch.